It's the NBA, weekend style. His high-arcing jumper gives defenses nightmares. Carmelo Anthony and the Denver Nuggets go up against the Boston Celtics. Up next on 2K Sports.
And hi again, everybody. Kevin Harlan here with Clark Kellogg as we get set to bring you all the action. It's the Denver Nuggets taking on the Boston Celtics. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Melo, Martin, and Nene make up the front court trio. Chauncey Billups and J.R. Smith are the backcourt tandem. And for the Celtics, Parrish is out there with Kevin McHale. Then it's Bird. Then there's Johnson and Ainge. It'll be the Celtics off the tip. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. When George, Karl, and I were able to chat a moment ago, this team's offensive forte is really just being smart with the ball and limiting their mistakes. And because of that, Coach told me that they don't need to force things at the opponent's end of the floor. They just need to wait for opportunities to present themselves and then take advantage of it when they do, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. So shooting is certainly on the menu early in this one.
Well, when you get right down to it, that's the name of the game. You've got to put the ball in the basket.
And so the Denver Nuggets get the first.
Just toss it up there and let your teammate take care of his business.
Clark, really, is there a prettier play in the game of basketball than that?
I don't think so.
Outside, Billups. Bird against Anthony. Just 4 to shoot. For 3. Gets it to go. Anthony's got 5 now.
For a player of his skill, it's going to take a lot better defense than that.
McHale passes to Johnson. And it's Kevin McHale with the finish. Here's Billups. About 3.5 minutes left in the first. Smith outside. Here's Nene, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
A good, smart foul there to stop the easy dunk.
First personal foul, team's first. Shooting for Denver. Nene taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Johnson. Dump-off pass. Bird kicks to Johnson. Here's Parrish. Pass to Bird. It's blocked.
Still Boston.
Here's Ainge. Arcs it high. Here's McHale. Connects on the baseline jumper. McHale's got 6.
You've got to close out on that mid-range jump shot.
Johnson against Billups. Anthony against Bird. Deflected.
Good defensive footwork shut down his path to the basket.
Here's Anthony. He's got 5. And here is Johnson. On the wing, Bird. Covered by Anthony. Here's Bird. Here's the Nuggets with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Jacks up the triple. A shot by Anthony, no good. On defense, the Nuggets. 3-point lead. Johnson, the pass to McHale. Parrish with the screen on Nene. Billups gets the reach-in call. That's his first foul.
First personal foul, team's first.
Here's Ainge. Covered by Smith. Shot clock at 5. And the turnover by Boston.
The line's there for a reason, young fella. Stay in the game.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Harrington comes in for Kenyon Martin. And it's Lawson in for Chauncey Billups. Here's Lawson. 2:13 left in the first quarter. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burdick. Doris, what do you have?
Kevin, the Nuggets brought Aaron Aflalo on board because of his reputation and propensity to play defense, but he's shown he can do more than that. Coach George Karl said, when we first talked to him about being a defensive stopper, he said, I'm an offensive player too. And fellas, Aflalo showed exactly that. The 8th best three-point shooter in the NBA last season at over 43%. Back to you guys.
His three-point shot has improved every season, Doris. He's a hard worker. Here's Ainge. After the made shot from Carmelo Anthony to McHale. And he drops it in on the layup. McHale's got 8 points.
When he gets it going like this, you've got to double team him. That's your only hope.
Smith outside. Anthony backing him down. With the fadeaway. Anthony missing again.
Well, he faded away on it for no good reason. He shouldn't have made that shot harder than it had to be.
Gets the whistle, and he'll go to the line. That one's on Anthony.
At the line for the Celtics, Dennis Johnson. 2 shots.
That one is off. And the Nuggets with some changes. Chris Anderson is checked in for Nene. Martin comes in for Al Harrington. And it's Aflalo in for J.R. Smith. He hits the second from the line. Here's Lawson. No points for him. And it's Johnson picking him up. Lawson outside. The 3, and that is good. Lawson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Johnson. 46 seconds left in the first. Here's Bird. Anthony with the defensive effort.
He's really struggled to get into any kind of comfortable flow here. 0 points this quarter, and he really doesn't look like himself out there.
Lawson outside. Oh!
That pass changed time zones on the way to the rim, Kevin.
That's as good as it gets, Clark. What teamwork.
Excellent.
Here's Johnson. McHale outside. And here's Bird from the arc. Kept alive. The second chance. Nails the buzzer beater.
Aware of the clock running down, he got it off just before the buzzer.
There's the horn as we end an exciting first quarter. Nuggets lead by 5.
Yeah, their interior D has been terrific. They're throwing shots out of there left and right.
And we'll return momentarily. Close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. Here is Billups, still looking to get on the scoreboard. So with Anthony sitting on the bench, here's the group that George Karl has on the floor. Billups and Aflalo are the backcourt. Martin is out there with Chris Anderson and Balkman.
Chauncey Billups.
This is what happens when the defense lags. Wrong guy to give an opening to.
Smith, the pass to Parrish. Pass to Bird. Over Balkman, and Bird gets it to go on the assist by Parrish. Bird's got his first 2 points. Smith against Billups. Tried to convert on the alley-oop, but snatched away. Stolen away. Here's a follow. Tipped.
Remains Nuggets ball.
Here's a follow. Pass to Billups. It's dumped off. Martin with a screen on Davis. 5 on the clock. Right side, Martin. A second left. Again, the Nuggets score. Here's Smith. Let's go with a 3. No good. So the Nuggets will take it the other way. Outside, Billups. Picked up by Davis. To the paint.
The interior D was lurking on that one.
Here's Smith. Connects from in close.
Excellent anticipation there, Kev. He placed that pass perfectly.
Billups against Smith. Now Billups. Outside, Martin. Here is Balkman. Here's Anderson. Nailed it with just a little time left on the shot clock. And the Nuggets lead by 7. Here's Bird. Scooped up. Takes a 3. Rebounded. The Nuggets on offense. 7-point differential. And let's go to Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have for us?
Well, Kevin, as you know, the philosophy of Denver Nuggets head coach George Karl is emphasizing a lot of free throws and points in the paint. He says the free throw is the second best shot in basketball. First is the layup. So, guys, last season, the Nuggets did them proud. They were tops in the league in free throws made and 4th in shots at the rim. Sounds like a winning combination, guys.
All right, thank you, Doris. So both teams making some changes here. Here's Smith. 7-point differential. It's tipped.
The lob was a little misjudged, and he couldn't get control of it.
Here's Johnson. Takes it up. Lays it in with the finger roll.
The finger roll finish. A little finesse for you, folks.
Billups dishes to Anthony. Laid in with the D draped all over him. Anthony's got 11 points. Here's McHale. Rebound by Smith.
Well, he can't believe that one didn't fall. Those are usually automatic.
He's guarded by Johnson. And it's Smith missing. Celtics trail by 7. Anthony against Parrish. Picked up by Nene. And it's Parrish missing. And so here is Denver. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Smith kicks to Billups. J.R. Smith on the wing. Goes up. And he hits that one from down low. Smith's got his first points in this one. Johnson kicks to McHale. Working on Martin. Ainge up top. Covered by Smith.
They certainly haven't been very good here in the quarter in regards to protecting the ball, Kevin.
Puts the hammer down. Here's Johnson. 37 seconds left in the second. Releases from 15. Banks it home. Johnson's got 5 points so far. The Nuggets now on offense. Now here's Billups. He's guarded by Johnson. Williams against Anthony. 4 on the clock. Fades back. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
Well, he's really been big for their team, finding a way to consistently get it done on the scoreboard.
And the first half is now in the books.
What a great game for Anthony in this one. 13 points, and you can add 1 3-pointer to his stat line also. Boy, he was locked in that whole half.
Nuggets ahead, up 11.
It's the HP Halftime Report. I'm your host, Damon Bruce. Out in Boston, we got a lopsided game through 2. A tremendous start for the Nuggets. An explosion of scoring so far. This team has been unstoppable. J.R. Smith making a big contribution. He's got a handful of points, added 3 rebounds as well. On the other side, the Celtics have not gotten off to a good start. It's been a struggle so far. They broke slow out of the gates and haven't been able to get up to speed. A difficult first half for Larry Bird. Everything's been rimming out for him. He's got to be frustrated. Some great basketball in today's action from these two as they've led the way in scoring for their teams. Now, back to Kevin Harlan, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. We'll get you ready for the second half.
And welcome back as we begin the second half. Thus far, a somewhat one-sided game. Here's Billups. Ainge is out there with Johnson. Then there's Kevin McHale. Then it's Bird and Parrish. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Now here's Billups. 11-point game. Five on the clock, and it's Johnson picking him up. Billups passes to Anthony. The tray kept alive. Smith outside. Outside Anthony. Anthony missing again.
You know, normally that shot is cash money, ATM time. But this was one of the very rare times where it didn't fall for him.
Now here's Johnson. He's got 5. Here's Bird. Nene pulls it in.
That's really not the kind of performance that his team needs from him here in this quarter.
J.R. Smith on the wing. Ainge covering. Smith against Ainge. And the shot's good from Nene.
Assist from.
And the Nuggets lead by 13.
Great pick there. The defender was stopped in his track, and it freed up the easy basket.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. Here's Johnson. Bird kicks to McHale. Back to Bird. Now Anthony defending. Pass to McHale. Good. And it's Bird picking up the assist. McHale's got 10 points.
Larry Bird.
Billups with the ball. Outside Anthony. Back to Billups. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Johnson picking him up. 3 seconds left. And again, it's Denver. Here's Johnson. He has 5. Bird outside. Now Anthony defending. With a step back. Shot's good from Bird. Bird's got his second bucket.
Nice screen to set up the J.
Excellent offensive execution right there.
Anthony with the bucket.
That's a good look. Very nice look.
Here's Johnson. 2:32 left in the third quarter. Deflects the pass.
To get back into this game, Kevin, they need to really concentrate on limiting the turnovers. I mean, it hasn't been terrible for them, but it's still hurting their cause.
Now here's Billups. It's a 14-point game. Bird against Anthony. 4 on the shot clock. And again, it's Denver.
Carmelo Anthony.
Here's Johnson. Bird against Anthony. Takes it up. Blocked. They retain possession. Smooth sailing for Denver. It's a 16-point game. And it's McHale picking him up. Outside Anthony. A foul called, and he earns a trip to the line.
Foul call.
What a great game for Anthony in this one. 18 points and 2 blocks. He's rolling, trying to put them on his back right here.
At the line for the Nuggets, Carmelo Anthony taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Anthony. Al Harrington's checked in for the Nuggets. Lawson comes in for Chauncey Billups. Both free throws good from Anthony. Here's Johnson. 5 points in the game. Bird, the pass to McHale. Great play by Bird to set it up. McHale's got 12 in the game. Smooth sailing for Denver. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Outside Anthony. Bird covering. Anthony with the bucket. Anthony's got 22 points.
He's been a go-to guy for him here in the quarter, doing an outstanding job putting the ball in the basket.
Bird nails the easy jumper.
The shooting so far has been a bit spotty, so hopefully that's a sign that he's back on track.
Outside Anthony. Another 3 for Denver.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Johnson. Taken away by Williams.
Nice anticipation right there to snatch that one.
And here's Lawson. The 3 from Aflalo. Another 3 for Denver.
The defense has to know what's coming here. They've got to get to the shooters. I mean, it's that simple. Get out to the shooters and challenge the shot.
Now here's Johnson. 5 points in the game. And Bird backs him in. Just 3 on the clock. Jump shot is good that time. Bird's got 8.
Boy, the offense was firing on all cylinders that time.
We have just finished the third, and it's officially a blowout. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, not flashy numbers, but his presence has definitely been felt out there. It's the little things, Kevin. He's getting them done.
Back here in just a moment here in Boston. And now let's send it to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, for our Sprite Spark of the game. Doris?
Hi, guys. Well, it was the stretch by the Nuggets that garners the Sprite Spark today. They found the winning recipe offensively, and with each bucket, they continue to build on this lead, guys.
Great, Doris. That big scoring run being a difference maker, Clark, in this game.
Well, it often comes in spurts, Kevin. Spurtability is what I call it, and that's what happened today.
Here's Smith. So with Billups on the bench, here's the group that George Karl has on the floor. They've got Al Harrington, Lawson out there with Aflalo. Then there's Chris Anderson and Williams. Now here's McHale. Lawson outside. Now Smith defending. Harrington the screen. Now Lawson. 5 to shoot. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Here's Harrington and sinks it from 3. Harrington's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Smith kicks to Ainge. Great anticipation. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. And it's McHale picking him up. Harrington with it. Here's Anderson. That's good on the layup. Great feed for the bucket.
The defender couldn't get around the pick, and his help didn't show up in time. Nice play for the layup right there.
Here's Ainge. They rule this one goaltending. Help the shot.
You know, the defense will want to muck it up a little more inside to not give up close shots like that one.
So both teams changing it up here. Here is Billups. About 3.5 minutes left in the fourth. Outside Anthony. Shot clock at 5. Behind the arc. That's good. Anthony's got 28.
This guy knows how to get it done. He knows what he's doing out there. A nice job from the three-point line this half.
Brown knocks it loose. It stays here. Big group substitution here for Denver. Allen's checked in. Bachman comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Lawson in for Chauncey Billups. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're losing by 26. 2:57 left in the game. Stolen.
And Kev, that's only his first giveaway for the game.
Now Aflalo. Guarded now by Larry Bird. Here's Aflalo. Bird covering. Pass to Lawson. Lawson right side. Nailed it with just a little time left on the shot clock. And here are the Celtics now. Bird with it. Bird right side. And here is Ainge. With the teardrop. Connects.
Speed is only part of the equation here. He's not blinding quick, but he was determined to take that one to the rim.
Now Bachman. Guarded now by Larry Bird. Allen kicks to Bachman. Bird covering. Cuts off the pass. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And I love the unselfishness. It's a joy to watch. He's starting to pick up his game in this half.
Here's Aflalo. 1:30 left in the fourth. Brown against Allen. Anderson in the post. No good. And the Celtics go with it the other way. Bird, the pass to Johnson. Now Lawson defending. Back to Bird. And they call goaltending. They'll give him a bucket.
Right now, he's just too good, Kevin. Way too good. They need to bring a second defender and try to make him give up the ball.
Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Smith. Goes up, hangs, and hits.
J.R. Smith.
With this double-digit margin, very little can be done to make this a contest now.
Ainge against Smith. The shot by Ainge, no good. The Nuggets now on offense. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter.
I think they've sealed this one. Not enough time left to mount a comeback. Less than a minute remaining now. Looks like this one's all but done, Kev.
Here's Johnson. Bounces high, but falls through.
Sometimes folks forget about his decent mid-range jumper. He can knock those down all game given a chance.
J.R. Smith on the wing. Ainge covering. Now here is Smith. From deep. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
Well, it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Brand Player of the Game, Carmelo Anthony.